Tomorrow, two young men who liked sports and hanging out with their friends. One was a gamer and a computer coder. They're going to become the first saints canonized by Pope Leo XIV. As young people increasingly start coming back to faith, could both Pier, Giorgio Frassati and Carlo Acutis be that bridge that connects our digital world with the divine? Joining us now, a junior at Franciscan University and the head of his campus student chapel ministry, Paul Veggie, and the vice president and editorial director of EWTN News and senior fellow of the St. Paul Center for Biblical Theology, Dr. Matthew Bunson, who is young at heart. Paul, I've been waiting all day to talk to you. These two young guys, they don't fit the typical mold of saints. Is that what makes them such a powerful inspiration for your generation?
Yeah, I think that the idea is that they are youth. They are related. Frassati died at 24, and then Acutis died at 15, right? As like college kids, young adults, we're all in that age range, and they have a lot of things they relate to us. Acutis played video games, hiking, soccer, and so did Frassati. He, hiked and all these different things. So it's really inspiring to see the youth of the last 100 years really stepping up now, becoming saints.
Yeah, I mean, because you can live a normal life. You don't have to be a monk in order to be a saint. And you can have that commitment to Christ and to the church and to helping people. Dr. Bunson, both Frassati and Acutis, they've got a big following on a global scale. Talk to me about how you've seen their impact on young people in particular.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. This is an international phenomenon.
Yeah.
One has to note, especially Carlo Acutis, who has already been declared something of a patron saint of the internet, with all respect to Saint Isidore of Sevilla, who sort of holds the unofficial title for that. There is this relevance of these two saints for young people today. And you're seeing it with their appeal that really does transcend all the borders of the world. In Brazil, for example, there's a huge movement for Carlo Acutis. You see pilgrims coming from all over the world to Assisi, where he's buried. We're looking at hundreds of thousands coming to Rome. Part of it, I think, is that very appealing reality of saints, that the constant relevance of saints to our own time. And these two in particular are bridges to that Gen Z generation that is already searching, we know, for something deeper, which is why we have these sort of record numbers in this last Easter coming into the church.
Paul, there's a faith, family, and Smash Brother club at your university, which is a Catholic gamers club. You have your Catholic ministry that you work with a lot of the students there at Franciscan. Do you believe that the church is doing a better job of reaching people using digital media, or kind of meeting them where they are than it was previously?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a lot of the St. Paul Center Franciscan has a large population on the internet. The last couple of years, I know we put a lot of money recently into our, online students. I think the idea is to get to the youth, right? To reach the youth, to bring Catholicism, to bring it to everybody, because it's, it's so important. It's so vital to our community and our faith. We live stream masses and everything. This idea that we're trying to get out. We're trying to evangelize now on the internet where the youth are.
Yeah.
Right. They're not going out anymore. They're staying inside. They're staying inside their homes, on the phones, on the computers. How do we reach them? That's the idea.
Absolutely, and it's so critically important. And maybe the church was a little behind on that, but it does seem that the Catholic Church, really has sort of caught up. And I think that a lot of that in the coming years is certainly going to have to do with this American Pope, Dr. Bunson. And we have spent so much time over the last few months talking about kind of the first moves. What does this canonization with these two men together say about Pope Leo, and how much he really is going to be focusing on protecting human dignity in the face of rapidly advancing digital technology?
Well, this is a pope who comes into the papacy with a deep awareness of what you just said, the emergent technologies. He has spoken frequently about AI. He recognizes the importance of proper formation and the use of social media, all of the things that relate to young people in particular, who are going to be growing into the faith, but also who are going to be the pioneers for the evangelization, not just of the regular continent, but the digital continent, as Pope Benedict XVI said. So I think Pope Leo is going to be positioning the Catholic Church very significantly in the coming 10 years at least for understanding the realities of AI, of new technologies, and bringing to bear then the wisdom of the church in defending human dignity in the face of what can be very shattering changes.
All right, I have to ask the college students something. This is going to happen early. All right, this is like 3 o'clock in the morning. You putting a group of people together to watch this live, or are you going to watch it, tomorrow morning after it happens?
The student government has put a lot of effort in. Tonight they're going to have I guess they're going to, party, pray, celebrate, and Thanksgiving. And I think they're planning on having a watch party at 4 a.m.
Okay.
I would probably personally just watch it tomorrow morning, read the homily and stuff. But I know their students are really excited about it. So I think there's going to be a great outcome tonight for that.
All right, terrific. Dr. Matthew Bunson, Paul Veggie, thank you so much for being with us. Appreciate it, and enjoy tomorrow.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.